How's it going, YouTube? Oxy here, and welcome back. So, it's been a long time since I've done gaming news or, covered it. So, what better than just a recent story and one that I think is relevant to most viewers. So, Starfield, the next big Todd Howard adventure. Well, essentially, so to put some perspective, the last Todd Howard game was Fallout 4 back in 2015. Fallout 76 was done by another studio. He wasn't the lead, in charge, right? So that was the last game over 6 years ago, and this is it's the newest series. It's the newest one since Fallout 3 back in 2008. Because previous to that, Bethesda Game Studios mostly worked on Elder Scrolls, right? And then in 2008, they acquired Fallout and Fallout 3. So it's been 13 years since then. This is the first brand new game, brand new series. Yeah, Starfield. And the big question, right? Is it exclusive? And it is. It's leaning towards it, yes. So, Jeff Grubb, known industry insider. He leaks a lot of stuff. Honestly, the guy's track record is pretty immaculate. 8, 9 out of 10. He's always right. So, he went on Twitter recently, which you're seeing right now, and he, pretty much confirmed that Starfield will be Xbox and PC exclusive. Microsoft, right? Obviously, the big acquisition. Microsoft bought Bethesda last year, 2020, and it went through regulation early this year for $7.5 billion cash. So no trading stocks. They own them, just straight up. And that's the golden question, right? Are Xbox games exclusive, Bethesda games exclusive to the Xbox platform? And Starfield seems to be yes, it is. Now, it makes sense. I mean, look, so, disclosure, I am an Xbox player myself. But at the same time, you gotta think, who spends $7.5 billion? Obviously, it's an investment, right? A forward thinking for the future. You're not gonna spend that kind of money and then just share with your competition. And, the argument Sony fans always use is but PlayStation is, a giant platform. There's no way that, the next, Elder Scrolls 6 or Fallout 5 will be exclusive. And hey, we don't know. I mean, there is a quote from Phil Spencer, in the recent roundtable that Bethesda and Xbox had, where he tries to clear it up. And here, we'll play that for you here, listen to it, and we'll get back.
You all have a lot of questions. We've gotten a lot of questions since we announced this deal. But one of the biggest ones, Phil, is this question about exclusivity and how you think about that and how that's going to work with Bethesda.
Yeah, I see it. I see it in the community. I listen to the podcasts and all the questions. So I'm going to try to be as clear as I can because that's what I just think it's fair. So obviously I can't sit here and say every Bethesda game is exclusive because we know that's not true. There's contractual obligations that we're going to see through, as we always do in every one of these instances. We have games that exist on other platforms, and we're going to go support those games on the platforms they're on. There's communities of players. We love those communities, and we'll continue to invest in them. And even in the future, there might be things that have either contractual things or legacy on different platforms that we'll go do. But if we're an Xbox customer, the thing I want you to know is this is about delivering great exclusive games for you that ship on platforms where Game Pass exists. And that's our goal. That's why we're doing this. That's the root of this partnership that we're building and the creative capability we will be able to bring to market for our Xbox customers. It's going to be the best it's ever been for Xbox after we're done here.
But yeah, I mean, like you said it there, it is kind of confusing, right? So he pretty much says that, the idea of the goal was have great exclusives for anywhere that Game Pass is on. So that would seemingly, obviously, rule out, Nintendo, PlayStation. Game Pass isn't on there. So you would assume that going forward, all these franchises are exclusive. Now, the divisive line that it always is mentioned or he talks about. The one with like, oh, in regards to legacy, there's some things we'll do. There's many interpretations. Like me, I honestly interpret it, I guess, as like in the way that ongoing series. So your Fallouts, Elder Scrolls, Doom. The way he said it, I personally feel like those, like, because those are series that have been multi-plat, that those games will remain multi-plat. And then the other interpretation about, like, oh, games with the legacy is like online games, like Elder Scrolls Online. It's like, you could say it's an infinite game, right? Like, it just keeps getting supported. Games like that, I feel like, that could be the other interpretation, where it's like, the legacy, it's like, it'll keep getting updated. Every new expansion, it'll come to all platforms. But yeah, I mean, you have to keep in mind, Starfield, again, brand new IP. It is the next big one, and surely it was planned for all consoles, right? But it's a new IP, so there is no past, you could say, where it's like, oh no, it's like Fallout or Elder Scrolls, right? Those games are on all platforms, and then we just have to wait and see, really, whether it's Fallout 5 or Elder Scrolls 6 to come out next. Where it's like, are these games gonna be exclusive or are they not? And Starfield, there is no precedent for it, right? It's a brand new series, so it's a big win for Microsoft, because again, it's like Todd Howard's new game, a new IP, so it's exciting, it's definitely exciting. But we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, I guess it is a step towards everything being exclusive, but we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, of course, Ghostwire Tokyo and Deathloop already had deals with Sony, for like a year exclusivity, I believe, each. And yeah, Microsoft is honoring those deals, so maybe legacy means there were other deals. Who knows, right? Maybe there's games we don't know about, and they're just, there was contracts placed beforehand that they're going to come out everywhere. But it's exciting stuff. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you guys see just all Bethesda titles being exclusive? I guess because a little note I can put, like Doom, for example, Doom Eternal, fantastic series, obviously. In my opinion, this best series, like shooters in the market today. Like Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, just the best, the cream of the crop when it comes to FPSs. Doom Eternal, so, spoiler alert, and it's DLC, The Ancient Gods Part 2. It ends with essentially the Slayer slumbering, right? Hugo Martin, the game director, has said he's not dead. He's slumbering. So that makes you wonder, are they putting him to rest, or, in a literal sense, the series to rest, because they're going to work on, like, a new Xbox exclusive? I mean, a Quake reboot, set my hopes out for, like, a Heretic or Hexen. Oh, man, I would love that. I love Hexen on the N64. I'm aware it's a PC title. Just love that game and would love to see it, like, rebooted. I know Raven Software owns, like, the publishing rights, I believe, or they own some of the rights, so does id Software, but of course they're stuck forever in working on Call of Duty thanks to good old Activision, so who knows? I don't know, it'd be exciting. But yeah, I brought up that because they're putting the series to rest. Is it because it's like they're not going to release one for a while? Like, because you would think surely the third Doom game would have to happen next, right? So me thinking they're putting it to rest kind of gives me credence to believe that, like, maybe the game will be exclusive, because it's like they're putting it away for a while. That way, I guess, maybe to lessen this burn when Sony fans see the next Doom and it's like only on Xbox and PC. I don't know. Interesting stuff, but just a story I wanted to bring up to you guys. What do you guys think? I mean, let me know. As PlayStation fans, do you care that Microsoft bought Xbox? I mean, are you looking forward to any of their future games? And is it enough for you to jump ship? I mean, the grass is greener on this side. Come on in. But yeah, guys, just a little story I thought I'd talk about. Let me know what you think, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good jazz. Hit the notification bell. And yeah, be on the lookout for new videos every Tuesdays and Saturdays. as always, I've been your host, Oxy. Take care, guys.